Hi guys, thanks for joining me today for this 45-minute flow class. Today we're gonna bring our attention a little bit more around the chest and shoulder area and trying to find more mobility and an opening through the chest and shoulder. In our everyday life, we tend to do a little bit the opposite. We are on our phone, on our computer, rounding the shoulder and the upper back. So we're gonna do the opposite today. You will only need your mat and enough space around you. And once you're ready, you can just find a comfortable seat with leg crossed. And sometimes it helps to have a cushion or something that elevates your hips a little bit if the lower back is rounding. So if you feel that's a little bit you, just bring something underneath you. And then your hands can simply rest on your knee and you can close the eyes. So the idea is to find a sense of length to the spine here. To let the breath move freely inside the body. And start noticing your belly expanding as you inhale. The chest as well. The rib cage. And softening on your exhale. Allowing your face to soften as well, the space between the eyebrow, the jaw. Just 2 more breaths there to fully arrive in that space. And then keeping the eyes closed, you can simply let your head fall to the left, letting the ear come closer to the shoulder, getting this nice stretch to the side of the neck. And if you want to increase this a little bit, maybe your left hand will come just above your ear. And you can reach the right finger toward the floor. And also feel free to change a little bit the position of the head. So maybe the chin come a little bit closer toward the shoulder or more toward the ceiling. So you really found those sweet spots to stretch. Just for one more breath. And then slowly you can release the head, found the vertical, and then let the head fall to the other side. And again, you can take your first breath just with the head first and noticing the sensation. And then if you want to increase this, then your right hand could come just above your ear. And maybe you extend the left arm with your fingertips down. Maybe exploring again, changing a little bit the position of the head. Just for one more breath. And as you complete the exhale, you can release the head, come back to the vertical. Let the chins fall toward the chest, releasing the head forward. And then just one circle, slow circle, releasing all the tension around the neck. And once you've completed the circle in one direction, you can go the other way around. See if you can just open slightly the mouth to release the jaw. And once you completed both circles, you can come back to the vertical. And if your eyes are still closed, gently opening the eyes. Great. And now we're gonna open our arm in cactus there with the palm of the hands nicely open. And as we inhale, we will open the chest and look up. Exhale, we bring our forearm together as we round the back, navel in. And again, as you inhale, open the chest, elbows wide, looking up. And round as you exhale. And we'll do this twice more at your own pace with your breath. And exhale as you round. Next inhale, we come back to the vertical, but with the fingertips going up toward the ceiling. We're not gonna take a stretch. So your left hand come on your right knee and the other hand can come on the floor behind you. Keep lengthening the spine as you inhale. And you can look all the way behind your right shoulder as you exhale. Take one more deep inhale. As you exhale, release the twist, but keep your hands on your knee here. And then we're going to take a side stretch. So with your right arm, you can reach towards the side in line with your ear. Keep both sitting bones well grounded into the floor there. Keep the chest open, one more inhale. And then exhale, the right hand is going to take the other knee. And then with arm crossed, you can release the top of the head toward the floor. And get this stretch around your upper back. And if you want to intensify the sensation here a little bit, you can let the palm of the hand turn up and then see if you can start to stretch a little bit more the arm. Take one long breath still here. And then as we inhale, we're going to roll up. Keep the arm crossed. So you have the elbow crossed. And then you can either grab the shoulder or if it's available, let the palm of the hand meet. And we're going to try to move the elbow away from the chest and then the forearm away from the face. Keeping the spine nice and long. Taking one more long breath. And as you exhale, you can release the arm. Take a deep inhale, arms up. Exhale, the twist on the other side. The right hand, come on the left knee, other hand behind your back. We lengthen from the base of the spine to the top of the head. Inhale. Exhale to look all the way behind you. And as you finish the exhale, you can release the twist. Again, keep your hands on the knee and take your side stretch. The palm of the hand can face down here, but then keep some energy through the fingers. Let's have one more inhale. And then exhale, the hand join the other knee. And we release the top of the head toward the floor. Option to let one more time the palm of the hand face up, and then see if you can start to extend the arm. Let the exhale go around the shoulder blade. And then again, rolling up as you inhale, keep the elbow crossed and take your variation shoulder or palm of the hand. And then we remember the elbow move away from the chest and then the forearm away from the face. And this position with the arm will come back later in the class. Good. As you release, you can soften the shoulder and then inhale, arm up. Exhale, hands come forward, and then we're going to uncross the legs so we end up in our all four. And if you have another transition that works better for you, please do so. So our hands are nicely spread wide into the floor, the shoulder on top of the wrist, and your knee about hip distance apart there. And then as we inhale, we're going to extend the right leg back and then the left arm forward. And find your stability here. Keep pressing the hand into the floor. Then when you're ready, you can bend this right leg and see if you can grab your foot behind you and pressing the foot into the hand so you can open the chest, keeping the navel toward the spine as you do so. Let's take one more inhale. And as you exhale, you can release the foot, extend arm and leg. And bring at the same time the hand and the knee on the floor. From here, we're going to open the chest as we inhale, looking up. And then round as we exhale. And one more time. Inhale to open. And exhale round. And then you can come back to your neutral spine. And let the left leg extend back. When you're ready, right arm reach forward. Your front ribs are closed. Back of the neck is long. Then you can bend the left leg. See if you can grab your foot. Press the foot into the hand. Open the right shoulder, open the chest. Keep stabilizing by pressing the left hand into the floor. We have one more inhale. As we exhale, we can release the foot, extend arm and leg. And at the same time, lowering hand and foot into the floor. As we inhale, opening the chest, imagine that it's really the heart leading the movement here as you open. And round, exhale. Then you can come back to your neutral spine. We're going to keep the hips directly in line with your knee and just let the arm reach forward. Letting the chest come closer toward the floor. Maybe your forehead found the contact with the floor. And getting this nice stretch around the shoulders. Keeping the engagement of the core as you do so. And then as you inhale, you can come back gently into all four. And let your heel and glutes go towards your heel, finding a child pose. Softening the forehead on the ground. And at any point, feel free to come back into this posture. Here as we inhale, we're going to roll up through the spine, find a seat. Let the arm reach up. And exhale, hands to the heart center. As we inhale, pressing the shin into the floor so the hips come in line with the ears. And then reach the arm up. Find a little bit more opening through the floor of your body. The glutes are engaged. Chest is open. One more inhale. Exhale, come back through the center. Hands to the heart center. And here, little balance. So we're going to keep our left shin into the floor and see if we can shift the weight toward this left shin to draw the right knee toward the chest. And you can start using your arm here, opening the arm wide. And if you feel good, maybe the right leg can start to extend. Beautiful. Let's take one more inhale. As we exhale, we bend this right leg. And slowly lower the shin down. Same on the other side. So left knee lift up. Keep drawing the navel in and up and maybe extend the leg forward. Make sure you're still breathing here. And then bending the leg again. And lower the knee. And then back into all four. To then push back into a downward facing dog. Like the first one, so just start to paddle the feet. Bend one leg, bend the other. Stretching the back of the leg. And then as we inhale, we're going to come on the ball of the feet all the way rounding the spine into a plank position. Exhale back into your downward facing dog. And we do this twice more. So inhale into a plank, waving through the spine. Exhale, downward facing dog. One last time, inhale. Once you arrive in your plank, noticing if the chest is open. You want that. and then back to downward facing dog. Next inhale, back into the plank, but this time as we exhale, we're going to lower the knee down, and then with the elbow close to the body, we lower all the way on our belly. You can extend the leg. Inhale, open the chest, small cobra. Exhale, we lift the hands off the floor. The back of the neck is long, you're looking down. As we inhale, reach the arm over the head. You can touch your fingertips. And then exhale, elbow want to join behind your back. And then inhale, reach forwards. Exhale, elbows back. Let's do this 3 more times. With your breath, exhale back. Inhale forward. And back. One last time. And exhale back. And we're going to stay there. Engage the glutes. Inhale, maybe find a little bit more opening. And exhale, release. You can have your hands underneath your forehead. Release the thighs, the glutes, the legs. Maybe swing the hips slightly from side to side, gently. And then when you're ready, your hands can come at the back of your shoulders. We're going to push back into a child pose. Stay there for 1 breath. And then as we inhale into all 4, exhale, downward facing dog. Your feet are about hips distance apart. Hands are nicely spread into the floor. As we inhale, we're going to lift the right leg up and keep your hips square here. So your little toes is facing down. Exhale, knee toward the nose, and here we step the right foot in between the hands. And we can do more than 1 step to arrive here. Your back knee is down, top of the foot down. Inhale into a low lunge, arm reaching up. As we exhale, back into our cactus arm, opening the chest, looking up. And again, as you inhale, go forward and up with the arm. And then exhale, open chest and elbow. 1 last time with your breath. End of your exhale, you can let the fingertips come on each side of your front foot. Extend the back leg. And as we inhale, we're going to open the chest. Exhale, start to extend this right leg. See if you can have your heel into the floor, lengthening the spine. And again, as we inhale, bending through the front leg, opening the chest. Exhale, we extend. Next inhale, we bend to the front leg. This time your left hand is going to find the floor, and just a gentle twist with the right arm lifting up. Opening through the front of the right shoulder. Exhale, looking down, right hand down, stepping back into a plank. Inhale in the plank. Exhale, knee down, elbows in, we lower on our belly. Lengthening the leg as you open, small cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. 1 breath. And then the left leg is going to lift up. Your hips are still closed. Exhale, knee to nose, stepping the left foot in between the hands. The right knee, top of the foot on the floor. Inhale into your low lunge, arms up. And here you want to keep the lower belly back strong as you open chest and elbow. And again, inhale, come forward and up. Exhale to open. 1 last time. End of your exhale, your fingers come on the mat. You can tuck the toes under, extend the back leg. Inhale, you come forward with the chest, collarbone wide. And then exhale, we extend this left leg, we release the head. And again, inhale to bend through the front leg, open chest. Exhale to extend. Then you can bend again, your knee is directly above your ankle, right hand stay on the floor, left arm lift up. You can look toward this top hand, take a deep inhale into your twist. Exhale, looking down, left hand down, step into a plank. Inhale in your plank. Exhale, either knee down or maybe leg extended into your chaturanga. And we remember we stop halfway here. Then come forwards to open. Either this is your upward facing dog, but you could take a small cobra as we did before. And then exhale, downward facing dog. And then for more downward facing dog. This time we're going to walk gently toward the top of our mat. Keeping the feet about hip distance apart, we can grab opposite elbow and swing from side to side. So then release the elbow, bend the leg, and roll up through the spine. Vertebra after vertebra. And we come all the way to the vertical, into our Tadasana. In your Tadasana, you can have your feet hips distance apart or feet together. Your arms are going to come alongside your body. You can close the eyes. And as you come back to your breath, bring your attention to the chest and see how you can expand the chest as you inhale. Shining through the heart center, and then let it soften as you exhale. And together as we inhale, we're going to open the eyes, read the arm all the way up the head, palm of the hands meet. Exhale, chin to chest, we interlace the finger behind the back. We're going to, as we inhale, open the shoulder, the chest, looking up. And exhale, keep this opening through the shoulder as you fold forward. Releasing the neck. Take 2 long breaths here. So you want to move the hands away from your back. End of the exhale, we release the finger, release the arm to have your fingertips into the floor or the hand on the legs to find a long back as we inhale. Exhale, hands down to step or jump and lower into our chaturanga. Inhale, small cobra, upward facing dog. Go really at the end of the exhale to find this opening. And then downward facing dog, exhale. 1 long breath. And then as you exhale, looking in between the hand and the leg, you can step or jump toward the top of your mat. Long spine as we inhale. Softening as we exhale. Head is heavy. Inhale, come all the way up. Palm of the hand meet over the head. One more time. Exhale, chin to chest. We interlace the finger behind the back. You can chant the way you interlace the finger here. To then open shoulder, chest, looking up. Inhale. Fold from the hips. Exhale. 2 breaths. Maybe keep a slight bend to the leg if it's more comfortable here. End of the exhale, we release the arm, found the floor, or the leg as we lengthen the spine. Inhale. Exhale, hands down. Step or jump. Lower chaturanga. Inhale, we open. Exhale, downward facing dog. As we inhale, we're going to let the right leg lift up. This time you can open the hips and then bend the leg. But keep pressing both hands firmly into the floor. Exhale, we close the hips, we bring the right foot forward. The knees above the ankle, we're going to lift up into a high lunge this time. Arm reaching up. And then once you have the stability through the leg, both hips facing forwards, you can interlace the finger, but keep the one finger long here. Index finger, that's it. And then you can lengthen a little bit more as you inhale. And then exhale, open the chest and look up. Stay balanced as much as you can. Keep the lower back protected by engaging your core here. One more inhale. Exhale to come back. Hands down, step into your plank. Lower chaturanga. Inhale, we open. Exhale, downward facing dog. And the left leg is going to lift up. You're going to open the hips and bend the leg. Stay as you inhale. Exhale to close the hips, let the left foot come on the top of your mat. High lunge, inhale. There is only the toes of your back foot in your high lunge into the floor. And then you can interlace your finger, index pressing against each other, down, land. And then exhale to open a little bit more the chest. Last one, last inhale. Exhale, come back up. Hands down, step into your plank. Lower chaturanga. Inhale, we open. Exhale, downward facing dog. One long breath. And then next exhale, you can look in between the hands, bend the legs, step or jump toward the top of your mat. Long spine, inhale. Fold over the legs, exhale. As we inhale, we're going to bend both legs. Come into our chair pose here. So you can try to touch the floor first by bending the leg and then reach the arm up. The chest is open. And then when you're ready, let the left foot lift up. We're going to try to cross this left leg on top of the right. You can stay there or maybe cross a second time behind your calf. And this is fine. You can try to cross the arm as we did at the beginning. So the left arm is going to go underneath the right and then shoulder or palm of the hand meet. We're in our eagle pose here. And remember, the elbow are moving away from the chest, forearm away from the face. And we are melting through the hips. Finding a point to look at. End of the exhale, we release the legs, but we're going to keep the arm interlaced as we come into a variation of warrior 3. So your back heel is going to reach back and your fingertips are going to reach forwards. There's these two opposite forces there. Stay strong through the core. We have one more inhale. And then as we exhale, you can release the toes back. Release the arm. Inhale, high lunge, arms up. Exhale, hands forward, and then we're going to shift all our way toward this right leg to come into a standing split. So try to resist the wish to open this left hip. Just let the head be heavy, energizing through this left leg. One more inhale. Shake a little bit the head also to make sure the neck is relaxed. And then let the left foot meet the right at the front of your mat. Release the head. Have a long breath. And then we're going to bend both legs, come back into a chair pose, Utkatasana, as we inhale. So from there, we're going to lift the right foot off the floor. And then find the right leg on top of the left, and then maybe a second time. And if it doesn't work the second time, it doesn't matter at all. You want to think more of your hips facing forwards. And then when you're ready, right arm is going to go underneath the left. And maybe palm of the hands can meet again. As we exhale, we melt a little bit more through the hips. We have one more breath. And then we're going to release the legs. Stay strong through the standing leg. The right heel is pushing back. Your fingers are coming forwards. You're still close through the right hips. You're still trying to move the elbow away from the chest. Fingertips forwards. And then release. Toes into the floor. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, standing split. Fingertips finding the floor in front of your foot. Shifting all the way toward this left leg. And you can draw the little toes toward the floor. Take 2 long breaths. So that's really an active pose. So you're stretching the back of your left leg and you're strengthening the back of your right leg. And then let the right foot meet the left at the front of your mat. As we inhale, bend both legs. Come back into a chair. This time as we exhale, we're going to come on the toes, lifting the heels as high as you can. Keeping your knee and thigh walking towards each other. We have one more inhale. Exhale, heels down, release Uttanasana, releasing the head. Inhale into your flat back. Exhale, hands down, step or jump, lower chaturanga. Inhale, we open. Exhale, downward facing dog. As we inhale, the right leg lift up. We're going to open through the hips, bending the legs. So we did that before. This time, if you wish, you could come into your wild thing. So very gently, you want to bring your right toes into the floor. Keep pressing the left hand into the floor. So you want to stabilize through this left shoulder. And then you can lift your hips, opening the chest. Take a deep, long inhale. Exhale to look down. Right hand down. Right foot in between the hands. We inhale into a high lunge. And as we exhale, we're going to open into our warrior two. So in our warrior two, our hips are open. You still have your knee above your ankle and your arms are spreading wide. But for today, we're going to take a variation with the arm. So the right arm is going to lift up, left hand is going to lower. And then you're going to try to find your hands behind your back. And if it's not your fingertips that you can grab, just grab your t-shirt here. You want to lift the right elbow toward the ceiling. And then see if you can soften the front ribs. Make sure you're still breathing. And then keep this as you go a little bit back with the upper body. Creating a little bit more length to the right side of the torso. We have one more inhale, stay bent to the right leg. And then exhale, we lift back up. We release the finger or the t-shirt. And then you can let your right forearm find your thigh. Or maybe your right hand come toward the inside of your foot. It can be fingertips or palm of the hand. And the left arm is going to go all the way in line with your ears. And this is also a place where we tend to round a little bit. So you can really try to find this opening to the chest, drawing the elbow toward the ceiling. And then as you exhale, looking down to then come all the way up. Back into our warrior two. We're going to extend the front leg, make our stance a little bit smaller, with the toes going slightly out there. Bending the leg, we're coming into our goddess pose. So make sure your knee stay in line with more or less the second toes here. So we don't want to have the knee in or too much out, but usually it's more the wrist to go in. And then from there, if you are kind of arching, see if you can lengthen the lower back, drawing the tailbone toward lengthening the tailbone here. And then we're gonna find our cactus arm. And take a couple of breaths there. And if you don't feel anything, it's a little bit easy. Maybe you go a little bit deeper as you exhale. Let's have two more breaths in that posture. One more inhale. And long exhale. And then inhale, we can extend the leg. We're going to bring our feet back to parallel, hands on the hips. As we inhale, we lengthen the spine. And exhale, we fold from the hips. Release the hands wherever it's comfortable, releasing the top of the head toward the floor. And maybe closing the eyes for a moment here. Trying to have the weight more toward the toes than your heels. And then as we inhale, we're going to lengthen the spine, let the fingertips come forwards. And then use your fingers to help you turn toward the top of your mat, hands on each side of your front foot, stepping back into a plank. From your plank, if you feel more going straight into a downward facing dog, you do so, or you can take a vinyasa. Always use your breath, so inhale as you open, downward facing dog as you exhale. Take a long inhale through the nose, long exhale through the mouth. And then let the left leg lift up as you inhale. Here you can open the hips and bend the leg. Once you're there, maybe with control, come into a wild thing. So the toes of your left foot find the floor. You have your 3 points of contact. From there, you can lift your hips, engage your glutes, open the chest. Stay there for a long inhale. Exhale, looking down, left hand down, stepping the left foot in between the hands. Reaching up as you inhale, high lunge. Exhale to open, warrior two. Finding your base strong through the leg. Then the left arm is going to lift up, right arm is going to go down. And then again, find either your finger or you grab your t-shirt here. And you might not be, so I'm the perfect example of someone not being the same on both sides. So this side, as you see, I cannot grab my fingers, but you can still get this stretch by grabbing your t-shirt. And then close the front ribs. Maybe go further back with your upper body. Keep bending through the left leg. You have one more breath. And then as we inhale, come all the way up, arms wide, and either your left forearm come on your thigh, or maybe your fingers or palm of the hand found the floor. If you're with your thigh on your forearm on your thigh, just make sure the shoulder is not collapsing. So you want to push with the forearm away from the floor. And then your right arm can come in line with your ear. Let's have 2 more breaths there. And then as you inhale, all the way back up. We extend the front leg. I'm just going to turn, so I can always be in front of you. And we're going to come back with the toes slightly out, bending the legs. So remember lengthening the tailbone, arm in cactus. And you can choose to stay there if you want a little bit more challenge. See if you can lift the heel off the floor this time. If you want a little bit more challenge, you can also try to close the eyes and stay on the toes. We take 2 more breaths. And then slowly release the heels down, extending the leg. Bring the feet back to parallel, hands on the hips. Inhale, lengthening the spine. Exhale, fold from the hips. Next time you can grab your big toes with your index and middle, with your 2 piece fingers here. And then inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold, elbows out. Inhale, lengthening. And fold, exhale. One last time. And then as you inhale, release your big toes to lengthen the spine. Walk your hands all the way toward the top of the mat, stepping the foot back behind you, And then we're going to lower all the way on our belly this time. So you can have the knee down or leg extended, but see if you can really control your way down. Elbows in, all the way on the belly. And once on your belly, you're going to extend the right arm forward and bend the left leg. And then you can grab your ankle with your left hand. I'm going to take 1 inhale. And then as we exhale, we're going to press the foot into the hand as we lift the chest, the hand, the other leg of the floor. So everything is lifting up. Just make sure you're keeping the back of the neck long. Keep your knee quite close to each other. Your glutes are engaged. The back of the body is really working here. 1 more inhale. And exhale, soften. Release the foot, lengthen the leg. Same to the other side. Left arm forwards, bending the right leg. Grab your ankle. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, pressing the foot into the hand as you lift. Chest, arm, and leg. Keep some energy through the fingers, through the toes. You don't want to break the neck, so really keeping the back of the neck long. 1 more inhale. And exhale, soften. And you can just let your hands create a pillow underneath your forehead. Take a moment here to relax the legs, relax your back, the shoulder. Good. And then I'll give two options for the next one. So you can either have your arm alongside the body with the palm facing down, and then we're going to exhale to lift the chest, arms, and leg. If you think that, or if you know that it's okay for your back, you don't have any lower back injury or anything, you can bend both legs and then grab your both ankle at the same time. Then trying to keep your knee quite close to each other, opening the shoulder to begin inhale, and then as we exhale, we're gonna press the ankle against the hands and then heels toward the ceiling. So there is two action there. And we take 3 deep breaths. And if this is not appropriate, just take the other variation. It's working as well. One more long breath. Keep pressing the foot against the hands. And exhale, soften. Release the foot. Hands behind, underneath your forehead. And we soften. And here, when you're ready, you can just let your hand come at the back of the shoulder, pushing back into a child pose and just offering this nice counter pose. Rounding your back. I'm just noticing the sensation after all those openings. The posture that we said are quite energizing as well, so it's great to do in the morning. And then when you're ready, you can roll up through the spine to come into a seat on your heel. Great, and we're just gonna come to the side and then pound a seat toward the top of our mat with the feet together, with the hands coming on our knees. To inhale, lengthen the spine, opening the chest one more time. And then exhale, we're gonna round and lean back and get this stretch to the upper back. And again, inhale, opening the chest. And then exhale, round. Next inhale, same idea, lengthening, but we're not going to use our hands on the knee, arms reaching forwards, hands reaching forwards. And then start to draw the lower back into the floor. And when the lower back is down, imagine your sternum is lifted up toward the ceiling. So maybe you're shaking a bit, your deep abdominal muscle engaged. So we don't want to curve, but really trying to keep the chest as open as possible. We have one more breath. I'm shaking. And then slowly coming back up. Inhale, lengthening the spine. Same thing, exhale, lower. Vertebra after vertebra, once your lower back is pressing, opening the chest. Take 2 long breaths. One last inhale. And exhale, soften all the way down. And then at your own pace, you can bring your feet slightly closer towards you. Bring the sole of the feet together, letting the knee open to the side. Just opening the hips, releasing around the hips. You can let one hand come on your belly, the other hand is going to come toward the chest. And you can let the eyes close. And start to bring the breath, the awareness of the breath, back to the belly. As you inhale to the chest, creating space, expansion, and softening as you exhale. And then from there, you can just let your arm open in cactus on the floor this time. Bringing your knee and your feet together. And just finishing with a nice twist, which is also a counter pose after the opening. So your knee can fall to the right, and you can look toward the left. Or maybe you already have the eyes closed, and that's totally fine. Just release the spine. And at the end of your exhale, you can come back to the center and let the knee fall to the left. Keep both shoulders grounded into the floor. Head to the right. End of the exhale, come back to the center. And then from there, you can let the leg relax completely into the floor. You can create a bit of space between your feet. And with eyes closed, we're just going to do some tapping around the chest, sternum area. And you can be quite dynamic with it, as if you could awaken a little bit more that space. Or if there is a strong rain coming, strong shower. And then when you feel that's enough, just let that go and letting the arm release on the floor. Palm of the hand facing up. And just noticing how is the full body, but also how is the chest and shoulder feeling. And you can stay there in your Shavasana for a couple of minutes. Like if you have time, like take 5-10 minutes in your Shavasana to really get your let your body get the benefits of your practice. And thank you so much for joining me today. I'm looking forward to see you next time. Bye.